Hello everyone, this is Cousin Cheeto from Nerd Nation. I'm being a little quiet tonight because, well, it's late, and CBS All Access decided to drop a trailer for the Lower Decks today. And with all the excitement from the Ubisoft Forward boredom, I kind of missed it. So I just kind of wanted to break down the trailer really quick, because I'm a little excited for this series. I'm not gonna lie. So let's jump right into it. All right, so we start off with the little comedic bit of the ensign doing the captain's log, and then, you know, all right, so a lot of people are talking about the design of the ship and everything like that. And so um, I'm okay with the design of the ship. I've seen some funkier looking ships in the Star Trek universe. I mean, ship design was never anything that really impacted me that much or made me hate something that much. Um, and it's a cartoon, for God's sake. Like, it's played for laughs. So let's keep going. So as I said, the ensign is doing his captain's log. He's just kind of practicing, and of course his, you know, crewmate catches him, and she's just a ball of joy. And she looks like she's kind of half wearing her uniform. So I mean, they're talking about being on shore leave and having, "Oh, I can't believe you're wasting your time on shore leave with this." But it seems like they're working. So she's probably working. He must be on shore leave. I don't know. But I guess we'll find out when this show comes out. But I thought it was kind of humorous the way that, they handled that. We got the new Orion. I'm guessing she's Orion since she's green. Looks like some kind of medical or science officer coming on board. I haven't read like the character synopsises of anybody or anything like that, but just a shot of her looking out and thinking it's the greatest ship of all, which I'm sure it's going to be like the craziest, stupidest comedic ship of all. Because honestly, I'm all for a comedic Star Trek show. So it looks like they're in the middle of a tussle right now, and she's having to hand pump a heart. It looks like the crew's turning into zombies, which is like every Tuesday, in certain Star Trek series. So, you know, they're just rolling with it. I wanted them to take all the tropes of, all of Trek and just kind of put it on its head and just take advantage of it, make fun of it. I kind of hope this is like Dragon Ball Z Abridged, where the people who make it, and by the way, that is a shout out, the people who made it love it, but they also make fun of it because it's just very self aware. So that's what I'm kind of hoping from this show. So that lady there, she seems like the more cocky, competent ensign who, having to clean out the holodeck. It always makes you wonder where all that waste and stuff goes. Like, if they poop on the holodeck in a holodeck toilet, where does it go? And I'm sure there's some scientific explanation. It gets dematerialized or something like that. But I'm just saying, where does the waste go? The questions. Okay, it looks like they're visiting a Klingon world. I'm guessing maybe Kronos, but the startling young ensign who has purple hair who thinks he is going to be in the captain's chair one day, which is fine. Looks like there's a Cardassian in the background there in a yellow uniform. Not gonna lie, kind of interesting. Maybe not a Cardassian, but it kind of looks like one. And then where he says, if my hair, do I look more promotable if my hair is parted like this or straightforward? I mean, it's just stupid stuff. Like, in Star Trek Enterprise, when, Archer had to have the certain hair parted because it made him look more Starfleet or more whatever, and then they parted it to the front to make it look more new age. It's just I hope they take every single Trek trope and just play on it, because everything has its thing. Like, if you can take something you love and make fun of it, it is a fantastic thing you're making. Parody is the sincerest form of flattery. So I'm guessing this is some kind of training tactical simulation with the Borg, which, okay. So I'm guessing he's a security officer going. Then they get to talk about the lower decks, call them the lower decks. And then there's like the main crew, talking about getting back from a second contact. It looks like they're going to be like the jockey bros, like instead of, the senior staff being the jockey bros, which, truth be told, I kind of like it. I kind of think it's hilarious that they go that route. So basically them saying, oh, why would we want to be anywhere else other than down here where the action is? It looks like this is also a part of the zombie episode. You can see the zombies there. I'm guessing that's a security chief, maybe. He's in yellow uniforms. We could be, and he seems like he's a security type character. So I'm guessing he's a security chief. And they're just barreling through crew members, apparently. So now we get into more of the shenanigans where they say they're going to get fired. Which in Starfleet, do you really get fired? You kind of have to be pretty bad in order to get fired. So more shenanigans, testing out the new blockade runner. I don't know. It's the shuttlecraft blast shields and stuff like that. Oh, you got the away team shenanigans where they get stabbed with a frickin' spear. And then the lady jumps in, she says, "We're on a spaceship. We're not dying by no spear wound." I love that. It's just hilariousness. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't want to know. All right, so more shenanigans. And this is the look that I get on my face when my girlfriend catches me recording videos. Not because I do them naked, but just because it's embarrassing. Sometimes you just need your own zone to do your own thing. And whether it's making a captain's log in the nude or recording a video fully clothed, that's the face I make. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of embarrassing. So Lower Decks, this is one of the funny parts too coming up here, where she shoots a phaser at the thing and she says, "Oh, it's on stun. It was totally on stun." Yeah. So, wrap it up to the point. Well, I was trying to go back to full screen, but apparently this thing just doesn't want to work with me here. Okay, so what I want to see from Lower Decks is just some flat-out comedy. Something that doesn't take itself too seriously. Something that is not afraid to poke fun at the tropes of every single series that they've ever done. If done well, it can be hilarious and awesome, kind of like the first season of Harley Quinn. Or it can take itself a little bit too seriously, like the second season of Harley Quinn, which wasn't bad, but took itself a little bit more seriously than the first season. I think that this is the first for Trek, and I'm all for it. I mean, if it utterly fails, then at least they tried. And I'm okay with that. I mean, if you're going to sit there and say, "Oh, it's utter garbage," well, then don't give it a second season. Like, this is the first time an animated Trek has come out that I know of since the 60s. So let's give it a shot. And let's give it, and every first season of every Trek sucks. Let's give it a chance to get its legs. Let's give it a chance to walk a little bit. Because it's like a frog. It goes from a tadpole, it needs to get its legs, and then start hopping on land. Anyway, that wraps it up for my review of this trailer. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my breakdown. Let me know what you think about this series in the comments if you're a Trek fan. And if you're not a Trek fan, let me know what you think about the trailer in general. Even from an outside perspective, I'd love to hear from that. Anyway, be good to yourselves and each other.